So if you've been in a coma for the past 6 months, then Generation 5 has come to a conclusion. It ended 2 days after my birthday. Boo-hoo, so sad. Honestly, that's the best possible gift they could give me because that means we're going to be getting new ponies soon, spelled S-U-N-E. Haha, funny joke only I get. And there have also already been leaks for Generation 6 as well, which I'm sure you've already seen, but if you haven't, then I'll sum it up for you. Basically, it's like this ponyverse, and they're bringing characters in from multiple generations, which consist of Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, Generation 3.5, Generation 4, Generation 4.5, and Generation 5. And they're going to this Camp Cutie Mark or some garbage like that. That's pretty much it. It's the worst idea ever thought of by a human, except for the moron who created chicken quesadillas.
Why is it such a bad idea, Clopper Croix?
I'm glad you asked, viewer who has liked, commented, and subscribed, since I have absolutely nothing better to do than tell you why I hate a show designed for little girls, and then I'll explain what I would do if I was in charge of Generation 6. So first of all, I just don't care for the concept of this generation. It's a summer camp where they have rules and they dictate your whole life. You have absolutely no freedom. So in Friendship is Magic, the main, spelled M-A-N-E, oh haha, I made a horse joke. The main characters are adults, so they can basically do anything they want to. But with kids in a summer camp, they can't just do whatever whenever they want. They have curfews and rules and stuff. Honestly, screw society and rules. Down with the government, am I right? Yeah, drink some water. Pee the bed. But what does this have to do with why Generation 6 is going to be bad? Well, I think that with the characters being confined to one area, that being this camp, there won't be the same degree of adventure that there was in Generation 4 or heck, even Generation 5. They went on crazy adventures all the time to these new locations, but I just don't see that happening in this show. I feel that we're going to see the same areas a lot and we won't get as thrilling of adventures. And also, how am I supposed to clop to this when I know the characters are likely under 18? Nah, we all know that's not stopping me.
Alright, so I accidentally forgot to record the next part when I was at home, so I'm recording it during my break at work. However, they could make the summer camp idea work, but please rename it to something other than Camp Cutie Mark, because my man card says that I'm not allowed to use the words cute, adorable, or precious to describe anything but a baby, and not even then. My mother thinks I lost my man card when I went to a pony convention, but it doesn't say anything about that, so I think we're good, and I think I earned it back today when I went off-roading. The summer camp idea can work. They did it for Legends of Everfree. Granted, it's not perfect, but I do like how throughout the movie there are multiple different plots going on, such as Twilight's magic and the camp getting shut down, and they both like coincide at the end, and I think it works really well. So it's not just them doing regular summer camp things, there actually is an overarching plot to it, but I fear that with Camp Cutie Mark, this isn't going to be the case.
And also, I'm pretty sure that Hasbro has stated that going forward with their generations, they are going to only be releasing 5-minute episodes because kids these days have the attention span of less than a nanosecond. I think I speak for most of us when I say that I'm kind of sick of the 5-minute episodes from shows for multiple reasons, such as not being able to tell a coherent story, too fast-paced and oversensitized like doom-scrolling TikTok. And also, the main antagonists aren't going to be these mythological creatures or evil alicorns. No, they're just bullies. Yeah, I know I'm comparing it to the previous generations a lot, but that was cool, you know, but just having bullies as your antagonist kind of ruins the whole whimsical fantasy vibe that My Little Pony has and should really go forward. And then finally, it feels cheap that they're primarily reusing old characters instead of starting fresh. And I know that Generation 4 borrowed from previous generations too, but at least they changed a few things up. Generation 6 is pretty much just taking them and making them a little bit younger. So that's where I, Super Clopper, come in to save the day with my brilliantly stupid idea to save My Little Pony and revive the bronies. A while back, I had this revolutionary idea for what My Little Pony Generation 6 should be. Unfortunately, thanks to brain rot pony content, I can't remember anything anymore, but thankfully I told it to my parents at Wendy's, so let's see if they remember.
Hi. Do you remember my idea for Generation 6?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hey mother, do you remember my idea for Generation 6?
No.
You don't remember any of it when I told you at Wendy's?
No.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Neither do I.
Well, that really wasn't much help, but I think I remember most of my idea for this generation. Alright, so this generation is going to be in the same timeline as Generation 4 and Generation 5. It takes place many moons after Generation 5, and if you remember back to my theories video, since Sunny Star Scout is evil, she has taken over all of Equestria. It's basically a dark dystopian future where she is an oppressive and authoritarian leader, because we all know that I hate the government. But there is still hope as the resistance rises up from the rubble. I know you're probably thinking this is a stupid idea, like go back to making Minecraft videos, Croix, but doesn't a futuristic pony dystopia sound more interesting than, oh, I don't know, Camp Cutie Mark? So first off, we're going back to the 22-minute long episodes instead of 5-minute ones. This isn't going to be a show that you just turn on as background noise while you waste away your life snapping people the side of your face and listen to K-pop or whatever kids listen to these days. You will be fully invested in this show. We don't need Subway Surfers and Family Guy clips to keep you watching. And we're also going back to 2D animation. 3D animation is good if you have the budget, but if not, then it can be quite jarring. Now, I'm not a huge animation snob, but let's just say that it'll be better than stick ponies. Actually, who am I kidding? It doesn't get better than stick ponies. And then instead of there being lessons about friendship, there are now going to be lessons about math and science. Snatcher loves science. But it'll just be really easy math and science, so I feel good about myself knowing all the answers to the questions. And don't you think the lessons about friendship are getting kind of cliche and repetitive?
Friendship is magic.
Either you get it or you don't. Take me for example. I've seen literally every episode of Friendship is Magic, and I don't have any friends. Maybe there's something I'm missing since I haven't seen all the episodes of Pony Life, Tell Your Tale, or those random Equestria Girls shorts. Oh, and kids will also learn the concept of how government is a flawed and outdated system. Then there will be guns as well, because guns are gun-tastic, or like Star Wars, we'll call them laser blasters so we can get away with it. And we'll even have these epic battle scenes every episode featuring legendary heavy metal music from I Prevail. I literally don't care if this is where all the budget for the show goes. Here's about how one of those scenes will go.
Pew 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 pew, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. PV equals nRT. No!
The derivative of e to the x is e to the x.
Government is a flawed system. Get out of here. Acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a.
And then a little bit more about the show. There's going to be a main character. We'll just go ahead and name her Tegan after one of my several crushes from high school. One day, Tegan is out with her mom when her mom gets arrested by the government. This makes Tegan upset and sparks this desire in her to save her mom. She then meets this charismatic and strong Colt. We'll just go ahead and name him, oh, I don't know, how about Troy? He tells her about the underground resistance that is forming. She learns that her mom was actually a freedom fighter for this resistance, so Tegan decides to join in on the cause. Over time, the resistance grows, and it all ends with a giant war of math and science between the resistance fighters and Sunny Star Scout's army. Oh, and there's shipping between Tegan and Troy, and they get married at the end. This is genuinely sad. And it wouldn't truly be My Little Pony if some pony didn't alicorn up, so I guess Tegan will have to become an alicorn at the end. I made all that up in like 5 minutes, and it's way better than, you guessed it, Camp Cutie Mark. The show will last about 4 seasons. Unless it's so popular, we'll make a new season where they have to run the country of Equestria without a government, because like I said, government is completely outdated. And yes, this show will still be for kids, maybe a little bit older than My Little Pony's current age range, but of course basement dwellers like myself will primarily be watching it. Actually, the name of this channel was going to be Super Basement Dweller, but the initials of that are SBD, and I don't want to be named after a fart. Anyways, I already know a bunch of people are going to comment stuff like, your idea is trash, this guy should spend less time clot maxing and more time think maxing. But be honest, which sounds more interesting, kids going to a summer camp and getting bullied, or ponies speeding through a futuristic city shooting each other with laser guns? So let me know if you'd actually like to watch this, or what you would do if you were in charge of Generation 6. If you'd like to talk to pony people, you can join my parents' basement Discord server, and make sure you do all that YouTube garbage, but I need to get back to summer camp, so until next time, I will see you on the other side, and happy clopping.
I forgot my line. Government is a flawed system. Get out of here. Pew pew pew.